How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at some awesome Steam sales that are currently ongoing at the minute. It's kind of like a mix between Black Friday sales and they call them autumn sales, but it's pretty much just because Black Friday is a thing around the world now. I know it used to be big in America predominantly, but now it's over here in the UK as well. I mean, it's been over here for a few years now. But yeah, they're doing mad sales on Steam, and I think I just want to talk you through some really good pickups for the Steam Deck that I think you should pick up before the end on the 29th. I know I've kind of left it a bit late, but if you're watching this now before the 29th, go into the Steam store and have a look at some deals, and yeah, maybe put a wish list together or maybe just spend some money. But this is what I recommend you to pick up. I'll go through quite a lot of games. The way I'm going to film it is because there's a sheer amount of games that I kind of want to go through and give you my like quick opinions on how they run on the Steam Deck and just what they're about really. But I don't want to spend ages on every game, so I'm going to do like a quick fire kind of method of video. So I'm going to read them off and maybe show you some Steam sale page on there, a bit of pricing and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of just to give you guys a quick fire review on what I think you should pick up in Black Friday sales, or maybe if we get closer to Christmas time and you're watching this video, they'll be on sale for Christmas time. Steam normally do like sales. They used to do really good sales where they used to discount certain games every day and it'd change at 6 PM, so it'd force you to come back every 6 PM just to see what was new. But now they do it where like they go like, fuck it, everything's on sale. Like literally most of the games on the marketplace are on sale, and then you can just come back and purchase them at any time. But yeah, I kind of like the older method because it would kind of force them to come back. Me and my friends would be speculating on what would be on sale at 6 PM the next day. But yeah, I don't mind this method. It's pretty sick. You get to just sort through all the games in your wish list that you haven't picked up. But yeah, as far as games on the Steam Deck that I'd recommend, first of all, I'm looking at the home page, Cuphead. So Cuphead is an amazing 2D shooter. So it's kind of a mix between all boss fights and then you've got run and gun levels, which literally are start to finish levels. And it's extremely difficult, but the art style is that 1950s cartoon art. If you haven't heard of it, check it out on the Steam store. It's got an amazing artwork. It's very, very difficult though. If you get frustrated easily at games, definitely don't play it on the Steam Deck because you'd probably end up with a broken Steam Deck by the end of the play session. But yeah, it's got an amazing soundtrack too. So it's got like a real 1950s-esque like a cappella, barbershop quartet soundtrack. And yeah, it's just really charming, but it's extremely difficult, so keep that in mind. But yeah, it plays extremely well on the Steam Deck. Moving on to the next game. This game's been out quite a while now, but I recommend you pick up Witcher 3. If you haven't got Witcher 3, or 3, I pronounce that differently because, you know, I'm from the north of England. We don't say the TH in some of the words. So The Witcher 3 is a massive adventure game. Take you hundreds of hours to finish if you did every side quest. And to be fair, Witcher 3 is one of them games where you can go from point A to point B for the main quest, but then you stop at every single location on the way there just to do the side quests, just because they're that much fun. Some side quests I find are even more fun than the actual main storyline, especially the Gwent stuff. So if you haven't heard of Gwent, it's like a card game built in to The Witcher 3, and it's just a really fun card game. I mean, you can play it separately now. It's quite heavily pushed on like the App Store and stuff. Well, whenever I see it on the App Store, but they've made the mechanics a lot more card-based, like gamey. Whereas in the actual game, it was a lot more simple. I found it way more fun in the actual game than it is on the store, like the separate game. But yeah, that's just a ramble in itself, really. So yeah, Witcher 3 is really, really big open world adventure game. You really get your teeth stuck into it. It plays really good on the Steam Deck. I mean, it's been out for quite a few years now, but it looks amazing. It definitely still feels fresh and exciting. Amazing storyline. Definitely check that one out if you're looking for a big open world adventure game to play around Christmas time, or if you just want to play a big open world adventure game, definitely check Witcher 3 out. Moving on, I think this is a staple. You have to have this in your Steam library. It plays really well on the Steam Deck too. So we've got GTA 5. If you haven't heard of GTA 5, like, you're not a real gamer. You are a real gamer. I mean, trust me. I don't blame you if you haven't played GTA 5. It's been shoved down everyone's throats by Rockstar. It's literally on every single console, I think, at the moment. Except like the Nintendo Switch is probably the only exception. But yeah, it's got a really good storyline. I don't really play the multiplayer. I'm not into the GTA multiplayer. Don't really feel like there's enough to do in it to really warrant hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours people spend on it. But It's fun with friends, I can't lie. Some of the stuff is really fun with friends, but I'm more of the story line kind of guy. I really did like the GTA 5 storyline, switching between Michael, Trevor and Franklin. So if you like GTA and you've been putting off getting GTA 5, it runs really well on the Steam Deck. It is an older game, but it does look really good. Ragdoll physics in Rockstar games are always a winner. So GTA 5, 100% recommend. I actually do have some videos on my channel of The Witcher 3 running and GTA 5, so check them out if you are unsure on how it runs. But yeah, GTA 5, that's on sale at the moment as well. Definitely check that one out. It's only £12 on here, but I'm gonna throw a curveball in here. Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is a really good single player sci-fi mecha suit kind of like adventure game. It's very first person shooter, but with the element that you have a big mech that is also like has a life of its own, like it's got its own AI, so it helps you out, but you can also get inside it and use it. But it has a really cool like time travel-esque storyline from what I remember as well, and that's on sale for $3.99 here, which is extremely cheap. So if you love big mecha kind of suits, sci-fi storylines with time travel, check that one out. It's awesome, and it looks really good as well, considering it came out in 2016. So yeah, Titanfall 2 is a great pickup. Control, another amazing pickup on the Steam Deck. Plays really, really well, and it has a really, really cool art style. Love any scene in this game can look like an architecture's like dream, just because of how everything's like structured. I don't know how else to describe it. Some of the stuff in this game looks absolutely insane. Some of the abilities you can get are really cool. Like you've got like a floating hover ability. It is a third person shooter with adventure and action elements to it. But you have some amazing powers. Like you've got like telekinesis power where you can launch rocks at enemies and like your enemies fly. It gets difficult as well. I don't want to spoil any of the story, but it's very psychological based, and it's by Remedy as well. So you played Alan Wake and stuff, you kind of know that they love to do like psychological kind of horrors / thriller games. So Control, amazing game. It's only £8 as well, so that's a massive deal. And that's the Ultimate Collection too, so DLC is also included. Some heavy hitters on here. Persona 5 Royale is now on sale for $34.99. I've mentioned this one in a couple of my videos recently. So Persona 5, I'll go over it briefly. You're a kid, bit of a mysterious background, you've been accused of something, you've had to move to another town in Japan, and you go to a high school. You do the whole year in high school, so you're playing in high school, doing all the class-related activities and stuff, whilst also delving into another world to become this phantom thief that steals people's hearts. So you basically form a team and you go on these adventures right in these palaces to change people's hearts, really. So evil people, make them do good basically, is, without spoiling anything, kind of what you're aiming for when you go into these palaces to destroy these creatures, ultimately stealing the hearts of these bad people and hopefully turning them good. So yeah, if that sounds cool, it's very JRPG. It's extremely long as well. If you want to get your teeth stuck into a big JRPG with really cool school elements to it. I mean, you're building relationships, which then go hand in hand with helping you become stronger in the demon world. It's really fun. Definitely recommend it. And it works really well on the Steam Deck. All these games I'm mentioning kind of, I know, work well on the Steam Deck, so there's no point in me advertising a game that doesn't work well on the Steam Deck, because this is predominantly a Steam Deck channel. Next game, GTA 4. Similar story to GTA 5, except I do love GTA 4's story, and I think GTA 4 does a lot of things better than GTA 5. Maybe not a lot, but it definitely has some better things, like the physics for the cars. I know not a lot of people love the handling of cars in this, but the destruction of cars in this, way different than GTA 5. I definitely think they stripped down on just the way cars are destroyed in GTA 5. Because if you smash a car into a wall in GTA 4, it has a huge dent in it, and even the wheel can come loose and go missing. It's definitely missing a few features. If you look it up, some guys have done like comparisons. I mean, that isn't really a big deal, but I do love the storyline in GTA 4, and I feel like people should go back and play it. It's a bit of a classic now. I mean, it came out quite a long time ago, so go back and check. It plays really well on the Steam Deck. I've already played it on the Steam Deck, so I can confirm. Now, if you're a fan of Strategy games, we've got Civilization 6 VI. I think it's Civilization 6, yeah it is, because V is 5. So this is an amazing strategy game, basically top down. I've shown this off on the channel before, it works really well. You pick a nation, and each nation has a leader, like one of the most popular leaders from that nation, from history. And you basically all get thrown onto a board, a map, and you can choose the size of it, or you can just go in completely random, and then the AI picks all of the scenarios and stuff for you. So you get placed on a map, and you start from the beginning of time, and you build up your civilization all the way to the future. And basically there's other people on the map, it can be AI, or you can play online with friends, and you all build a civilization together. You can choose to go to war with other civilizations, or go a science route and build a rocket to the moon. And effectively there's like different ways you can win the game. One of them would be destroying every other civilization on in the map. Another way would be building a rocket to the moon, you win the science route. It's just really cool because then you can grow a civilization, and if you've chosen a country like England, you'd start building little towns like similar to like England. So you'd have like London, you'd start with London, and then you'd go on to like just different areas of England. It's really cool. Some of the situations you can get in with neighbouring civilizations is awesome. You can choose to trade with other people for like resources. If Gandhi's built his cities around water, you can then create a trade route through his town if you're friendly with him to get fish. It's just really awesome. I do really love Civilization. It's very like addicting in the sense that you just want to play one more turn with it. Yeah, it can get extremely addicting, so don't play it when you need to go to sleep, is what I'm saying. I've definitely been on my Steam Deck playing that till way too late at night when I needed to go to sleep about an hour earlier. Just saying one more turn, one more turn. Yeah, that's Civilization. Recently, I haven't played it. I've seen quite a lot of videos of people playing it though, Miles Morales, but it plays really well on the Steam Deck. So this is the sequel slash DLC to the Spider-Man game. And basically you play as Miles Morales. I do love Miles Morales, he's a great character. I do love his relationship with like his uncle, who's the Prowler, and just like how he goes about handling Spider-Man, getting the abilities, and it's just very different to Spider-Man. And I actually love his abilities. I actually prefer him to Spider-Man's abilities. That Venom Blast is really satisfying to just use on anybody just because they go flying across the room. But yeah, Miles Morales works really well on the Steam Deck, and if you're a fan of Christmassy themed games, it's set during the holiday time, so New York, it's snowing, you get to swing through it. It's got real nice vibes to it, and it's got a great storyline too, with the Prowler and just some different villains that you just don't normally fight in the first game. Definitely recommend it, and I've seen a lot of videos of people playing it, and they lock it at 40. It looks really good on the Steam Deck too, so definitely recommend it. It came out about a week ago, so don't expect any massive sale on this. I'd probably get it on CD keys just to save a bit of money on it, because at the moment it's $39.99 on the Steam store. So keep that in mind when you're looking at buying it, if you want to buy it. I'll do a couple more games. I could really just talk about these games for a good hour. I mean, you've got the Fallout games. I don't need to go on about them. Your Fallout games are all on sale. Massive deals on those. You've got Fallout 4 for 67% off at £5.25, £5.27. Fallout 4, huge open world, post-apocalyptic, first-person shooter adventure game. I do personally prefer New Vegas and 3. They're even cheaper on sale. But if you're more of a fan of a shooter, Fallout 4 is better in that aspect. The combat is more satisfying. Although it's not the best gunplay combat ever, it has a very Bethesda-y twist to it. So, post-apocalyptic, unique, definitely has its own style, quirky, is pretty much what Fallout's known for. It's definitely worth playing though, for sure. What else we got? Batman Arkham games. I've gone over these a few times on the channel. Batman Arkham City, Batman Arkham Asylum run really well on the Steam Deck. They're on sale now for like £3. Instant buys, you have to have them in your library just because of the replayability. I always want to play them every year for some reason, they're just addicting. If you're a fan of Batman, no brainer, get them in your basket straight away. You've got games like Portal 2. Portal 2 is 85p, people, 85p! That's cheaper than buying bread and milk at a shop, 85p. You cannot pass up on Portal 2 for 85p, that is an absolute steal. There is no reason anybody should not have this in their library. Portal 2, must buy. 85p, that's an absolute bargain. I'm guessing for you US guys and girls, it's probably around $1.20, $1.30. I do not even have to think about that, just instant purchase. If you haven't played Portal 2, just buy it. Even if you don't think you like puzzle games, for 85p, it's just a no-brainer. I can't stress that enough. More games, guys. Celeste, amazing 2D platformer game set around a girl struggling with mental health and she needs to climb a mountain. And it's all about her in a struggle. You're trying to climb this mountain, but it's got some great platforming mechanics in it. Very addicting, but very difficult as well. It gets extremely hard. If you want to do everything in the game, it gets extremely hard. You've got this like different puzzles, ways to get up the mountain. You meet some really cool characters. It's got an amazing soundtrack too, and it's a 2D platformer, so you know it's going to run extremely well on the Steam Deck. But it looks amazing as well. It's got a really quirky, cool style to it. Alien Isolation, sci-fi horror, very scary, very atmospheric. Alien, if you're a fan of Alien Isolation will scare the shit out of you. I still refuse to play it just because of how scary it is. For some reason, it's one of the only horror games that I don't really want to play because I just know how weird the AI is in that game. They did some mad programming on the alien in that game, and it has a mind of its own, and it will just do whatever the hell it wants. It does not follow a set path, so it kind of scares me a little bit just because of how unexpected it could be. But yeah, it's a great game. From what I played from it, it's like I've played like 3 hours of it, but it's quite a long game to be fair. I think it's like 20 hours plus. But yeah, that's on sale at the moment, works really well on the Steam Deck. Yakuza series, amazing fighting games, Japanese fighting games set in Tokyo and other regions of Japan. Amazing Yakuza style story with quirky Japanese elements to it, with like mini games, you can play karaoke. But yeah, it's awesome fighting game, has really satisfying combat in it as well. Metal Gear Solid 5, ultimate stealth game, never gets old, ultimate replayability on that one. Just sad that there's no HD collection of the previous games, but yeah, amazing stealth game. I think I'm going for it. Half-Life 2 is 85p, that is a no-brainer. Buy that as well as buying Portal. Pretty much pick up all of the Valve games because they have 90% discounts on them. Insane pickups. If you don't already have these in your Steam library, get them bought. Prey, amazing sci-fi game, really quirky, cool elements to it. You can turn yourself into a coffee mug. I mean, need I say more? Set in like a sci-fi spaceship with aliens. Bioshock, all the Bioshock games are phenomenal games. First few are set in Rapture, which is an underwater city which is being corrupted and taken over by things called splicers. And basically, it's a sci-fi game where you've got like plasmids, which are like special abilities, and you've got guns. Really fucked up storyline and really juicy world to get dug into, the lore aspect of stuff. Bioshock Infinite is then set in the sky into like a cloud-based city. Awesome storyline up there as well. Big fat twist near the end, amazing twist. Will definitely mindfuck you as well. They're all on sale for like $4.99. One more for the sake of it, I know one I've played and I'm talking about quite a lot, Max Payne 3. If you're a fan of like bullet time style, slow motion shooting, third person shooters, extremely fun. You can literally dive around, headshot people, it'll show you it in slow motion. Really cool storyline with a really awesome protagonist. Max Payne is a certified badass. What else can I say about it? It's set in Brazil, so you got the nice level design, is kind of how I wanted to say it. But yeah, the shanty towns of Brazil, it's got like the New York streets, it's got in football stadiums or soccer stadiums, you American guys. Yeah, it's just a really fun third person shooting game. 100% recommend that. And yeah, if you guys want me to go over some more sale games before it comes to an end, let me know in the comments. I know this has been a rambly video, but I quite like talking about games. I mean, hopefully that helps. Pick up some good games in the sale. Let me know what you guys have picked up, and I'll let you guys know what I've picked up in the next video. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Deckmate. He sent me the whole collection of the Deckmate stuff, accessories. I'm going to do a separate video on them just because they're really awesome and I really appreciate you sending them to me. So look forward to this in a new video. But yeah, they're just a really cool bunch of accessories that you can clip onto the Steam Deck. And it has a mechanic where you can like, so basically You clip this on the back, and then you've got all these extras which you can swap in and out and interchange. Like this is the kickstand, for example, but you even have like wall mounts to put it onto a wall and stuff. It's just got a really cool bunch of accessory kit for the Steam Deck. I'll do a video on it separately, but yeah, hope you've enjoyed that video, and let me know in the comments. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll speak to you guys in the next one.